Welcome back to Super Rare Coins. Today we are covering the top 2 most valuable Lincoln Wheat Pennies from the San Francisco Mint. Both coins are extremely rare and highly demanded in the collector market, even in fine circulated condition. With scratches and surface wear, these pennies can reach massive auction values depending on mint errors. And rarity collectors worldwide search for these hidden treasures because even a normal-looking penny can turn into a life-changing coin worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Top 1. The 1946 wheat penny might look like just another old coin at first glance, but in the world of rare coin collecting, it can carry an incredible story, and in some extreme cases, a shocking value that reaches up to $480,000 in today's auction market, depending on its unique characteristics and rarity factors. This coin was produced just after World War II, during a time when the United States was transitioning back to a peacetime economy, and the San Francisco Mint, marked with the small s, played a key role in producing circulating coinage for the western part of the country. Because of this historical period, collectors are always interested in coins from the mid-1940s, especially those that survived decades of use while still holding collectible features. The wheat penny design itself shows 2 wheat stalks on the reverse side, symbolizing prosperity and growth, while the front features the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, making it one of the most recognized coin designs in American history. Now, when we talk about a 1946 wheat penny in fine circulated condition with visible scratches and surface wear, we are not referring to a perfect coin, but rather a coin that has clearly been used in everyday transactions for years. Despite this wear, certain rare examples still attract extremely high values due to hidden factors such as striking errors, unusual metal composition, or extremely low surviving populations. In specific variations, collectors often search for subtle differences like double dies, off-center strikes, or plaché errors, which can dramatically increase a coin's worth even if the surface shows damage or circulation marks. In some rare auction cases, coins that appear ordinary at first glance have been re-examined and authenticated to reveal rare minting anomalies, pushing their value into hundreds of thousands of dollars. The 1946 penny becomes especially valuable when it is linked to such rare minting conditions, because San Francisco Mint coins sometimes had lower production numbers compared to Philadelphia, making certain batches harder to find today, even in fine condition. The presence of original details like Lincoln's profile wheat lines and date clarity plays an important role in determining desirability among collectors. Scratches and surface marks do reduce the grade, but they do not completely eliminate value, especially if the coin carries a rare feature that outweighs its condition issues. This is why experienced collectors and investors carefully inspect every detail under magnification, looking for unique identifiers that separate a common coin from a rare treasure. Another important factor is authenticity and certification. Because high-value coins are usually verified by professional grading services which confirm the coin's origin, condition, and any special characteristics. Without proper authentication, it is very difficult for a coin to reach such a high auction price because buyers need confidence before investing large amounts of money. Market demand also plays a huge role because rare coin values can rise significantly when collectors compete for a limited number of known examples, and this competition can push prices to extraordinary levels during auctions. The story behind a coin can also influence its value, as collectors appreciate historical context and the journey a coin has taken over decades, from minting to circulation to rediscovery. In the case of a 1946 wheat penny, the connection to post-war America, combined with rarity and collector demand, creates a powerful combination that drives its market appeal. Even though most 1946 pennies are only worth a small amount, there are always exceptional pieces that stand out due to rare features, making them highly sought after in the numismatic world. This is why it is often said that hidden treasures can exist in everyday coins, and careful examination can sometimes reveal life-changing value. Collectors recommend checking old coin jars, inherited collections, and even pocket change because rare coins have been discovered in the most unexpected places. Understanding grading terms like fine circulated helps collectors set realistic expectations while still remaining alert to unusual characteristics that could indicate something special. The excitement of discovering a valuable coin comes from the possibility that an ordinary-looking piece could hold extraordinary worth, and this keeps the hobby alive for millions of collectors around the world. As auctions continue to showcase rare finds, the legend of high-value wheat pennies. Top 2. The 1929 wheat penny is one of the most fascinating early Lincoln cents ever discussed in the rare coin collecting world because it comes from an important period in American history, just before the Great Depression fully took hold, and coin production patterns began to shift dramatically. This coin carries the San Francisco mint mark S, which immediately tells collectors it was produced at the San Francisco Mint and not in Philadelphia or Denver, and this small detail alone can significantly influence its rarity and demand in modern auction markets. The wheat penny design is widely recognized, featuring Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and 2 wheat stalks on the reverse, symbolizing national growth and agricultural strength, which is why these coins are often called Lincoln Wheat cents by collectors and historians. In a 1929 wheat penny that is described as fine circulated condition with scratches and surface wear, the coin shows clear signs of having been used in everyday commerce during a very different era when coins passed through thousands of hands without modern protection or preservation methods. Even though scratches and surface marks are visible on such a coin, collectors still pay close attention to details like the sharpness of Lincoln's facial features, the clarity of the date 1929, and the visibility of the S mint mark, because these elements determine whether the coin can still be considered desirable in high-end numismatic markets. The surface condition plays a huge role in valuation because coins that retain original luster or have minimal damage tend to bring higher prices. But in rare cases, even heavily circulated examples can become extremely valuable if they possess rare mint errors or extremely low survival rates. The 1929 wheat penny is particularly interesting because San Francisco mint output during this time was not as large as some other years, and economic conditions also affected coin distribution, which means fewer high-quality specimens have survived into today's collector market. When a coin like this enters an auction setting, its value is influenced not only by condition, but also by rarity demand, historical significance, and any unusual minting characteristics that may be discovered under expert examination. In extremely rare situations, a 1929 wheat penny that has been authenticated as containing a minting error, such as a double die strike off-center alignment or unusual plancher flaw, can attract extraordinary bidding activity, pushing its value toward the $490,000 range in today's high-end auction market. This level of value is not typical for all coins of this date and mint mark, but it represents the extreme upper boundary when collectors compete for a truly unique specimen that stands out from millions of ordinary examples. Professional grading services play an essential role in confirming authenticity and condition, because a coin must be carefully evaluated under magnification to determine whether its wear is normal circulation wear or whether it contains rare characteristics that justify a premium valuation. In fine circulated condition, the coin still maintains enough structural detail to allow experts to identify its authenticity and assess whether it belongs to a standard circulation batch or a rare variation group that was produced under unusual mint conditions. Collectors often examine the wheat stalks on the reverse side closely because strong definition in these areas can sometimes indicate better strike quality, which is an important factor in determining collector interest, even when scratches are present on the surface. The historical context of 1929 also adds emotional and collectible value because this was a year of major economic change in the United States, and coins from this period represent tangible artifacts from a nation undergoing significant transformation. Even though most 1929 wheat pennies found today are only worth modest amounts in worn condition, the possibility of discovering a rare variant keeps collectors and investors constantly searching through old collections, estate finds, and inherited coin jars. Auction houses have recorded instances where coins initially thought to be common circulated pieces were later identified as rare mint varieties, leading to dramatic price increases when competitive bidding begins among serious collectors. The $490,000 valuation, often associated with exceptional examples, reflects a combination of rarity, extreme demand, and unique characteristics, rather than the typical market price for an average circulated specimen. Still, the excitement surrounding this coin lies in the idea that even a heavily worn penny with scratches and surface damage could potentially hide an extraordinary minting feature that transforms it into a highly valuable collectible. This is why numismatists